Hey everyone, this is Don at Synchronized Christmas, and in this video we are going to talk about universes and ports on the Aurora core controller. The first thing that you're going to do is define the universes that you'll be using on the controller. Each Aurora core controller can control up to 58 different universes. When you first get to the inputs screen, you may see something similar to this. If you click on the plus sign, you'll notice that it duplicates and increases your universes. So we had 16 total universes. Our last universe was 16, so it started this one at 17. If I duplicate this again, it's going to start the next one at 33 because it ended at 32, and it will go up to 48. Now, if I duplicate it again, I'm going to get an error message saying a maximum of 58 universes are allowed. 64 are defined. So I could come over here and drop this to 10, and now I have a total of 58 universes configured for this particular controller. Now it's worth noting that you don't have to go in order or even sequentially. I could say plus here, and I could change this to 33. And now we're using universes 33 through 48. I could say plus again, and notice I don't get an error message when the last universe went over 64, because there are not a total of 58 universes, right? We have 16, 16, and 32. We have 48 universes right now. Now, if I already hit this plus, okay, it's going to give us this error again because we're over the 58. We've gone up to 64. But I could change this to 101 and this to 10. And now I'm using universes 1 through 16, 33 through 48, 49 through 64, and 101 to 110. The channels per universe column is what controls the number of channels that each universe will have in your specific display. Keep in mind that the maximum number you can have is 512. I'm going to show you two different ways that you could configure each port to control 150 pixels. First, we're going to go over how to use 510 channels. You'll notice that we are starting with Universe 1, Channel 1, with a count of 150. That represents 150 pixels. Notice then on output 2, we're starting on Universe 1, Channel 451. There are two reasons for this. Number one, we said to use 510 channels per universe. And number two, as you can see here on the ending column, the previous port ends at Universe 1, Channel 450. Thus, all you need to do is increment by 1 the number showing on the end column. Next, when you configure the prop, you will want to make sure that you have the maximum number of channels set to 510. This is going to allow the Light-O-Rama preview to have the same configuration as the Aurora core controller. Next, we're going to go over using 450 channels. You'll notice that we are using Universe 1, Channel 1 with a count of 150, which represents the 150 pixels. This is just the same as the previous example. However, this time you'll notice that on output 2, we're starting with the Universe 2, Channel 1. Remember, we have only defined a channel count of 450 in the Inputs tab. So trying to start at Universe 1, Channel 451 for port number 2 will show an error. Go ahead, try it yourself. When you configure the prop, you will want to make sure you have the maximum number of channels set to 450. This is going to allow the Light-O-Rama preview to have the same configuration as the Aurora core controller. While this may all sound confusing, there is one important thing to remember. The configuration of the Aurora core Outputs tab and your prop definitions must contain the same information. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching. To learn more about Synchronized Christmas, please visit us at synchronizedchristmas.com.